That 70s show wasn't just another sitcom about teenagers hanging out in a basement. When it premiered in 1998, it quickly became one of television's defining comedies, capturing the awkwardness of growing up, the excitement of first love, and the unforgettable friendships that made the 1970s feel both hilarious and heartfelt. Set in the fictional town of Point Place, Wisconsin, the series introduced audiences to a group of teenagers whose everyday adventures, family conflicts, and unforgettable one-liners created memories that still resonate decades later. Even after the final episode aired in 2006, the show continued to attract new generations of viewers through streaming platforms and reruns, proving that great characters never truly fade away. But while Eric, Donna, Jackie, Kelso, Hyde, and Fez seemed frozen in time on television, the actors behind those beloved roles experienced lives that were far more complicated than anyone could have imagined. Some became Hollywood superstars. Others found happiness away from the spotlight, while a few faced heartbreaking personal struggles that forever changed their stories. As we step into 2026, let's take a fascinating journey through the lives of the unforgettable cast members and discover how much they have changed since those unforgettable days in the Foreman basement. At the center of the series stood Eric Foreman, played by Topher Grace. When filming began in 1998, Grace was only 20 years old, making his television debut in what would become one of the biggest opportunities of his career. Eric was the awkward dreamer of the group, a teenager who loved Star Wars, comic books, and spending every possible moment with his friends. Although he often lacked confidence, his intelligence and sarcastic humor made him instantly relatable to millions of viewers. His romance with Donna Pinciotti became one of television's most memorable young love stories, balancing comedy with emotional moments that helped define the heart of the series. Behind the scenes, Topher Grace approached acting differently from many of his co-stars. Rather than becoming deeply involved in Hollywood celebrity culture, he focused almost entirely on improving his craft. While that 70s show continued to grow in popularity, Grace quietly began exploring opportunities in feature films. It was a difficult decision because leaving a successful television show always carries enormous risk. Many actors become permanently associated with one character, making it difficult to convince audiences they can play someone else. Grace understood this challenge, but he also believed that taking chances was necessary if he wanted a long-lasting career. When he departed the series before its final season, reactions from fans were mixed. Some supported his decision to pursue new opportunities, while others believed the show would never feel the same without Eric Foreman. Looking back years later, Grace admitted that leaving was emotionally complicated. He remained grateful for everything the sitcom had given him, yet he knew he needed to grow professionally. His decision ultimately opened doors to films such as Spider-Man 3, Predators, Interstellar, BlacKkKlansman, and several independent productions, where he demonstrated impressive versatility. Unlike many child and young adult stars who struggle with sudden fame, Grace managed to build a remarkably balanced personal life. In 2016, he married actress Ashley Henshaw, and together they started a family. Fatherhood gradually became one of his greatest priorities, leading him to choose projects that allowed him to spend more time at home rather than constantly traveling for work. Friends and colleagues have often described him as thoughtful, humble, and surprisingly private for someone who spent so many years in the public eye. By 2026, Topher Grace has become known as one of Hollywood's dependable character actors. Rather than chasing blockbuster fame, he has embraced meaningful roles across television, streaming platforms, and films. Financial success followed naturally, with decades of consistent work providing both stability and creative freedom. Today, fans continue to admire not only the awkward teenager who once made them laugh every week, but also the mature performer who carefully built a respected career without becoming trapped by his earliest success. Standing beside Eric throughout much of the series was Donna Pinciotti, portrayed by Laura Prepon. Tall, confident, intelligent, and fiercely independent, Donna challenged many television stereotypes of the late 1990s. She wasn't simply the girlfriend next door. She had dreams, opinions, and ambitions that made her one of the show's strongest characters. Her chemistry with Topher Grace helped create countless unforgettable moments that audiences still revisit today. Laura Prepon entered the series as a teenager herself, and the sudden success of the sitcom transformed her life almost overnight. Modeling opportunities, magazine covers, interviews, and growing public recognition quickly became part of her everyday routine. While many young actors struggled to adapt to instant fame, Prepon maintained a determined work ethic that impressed producers and directors alike. After that '70s show concluded, she refused to rely solely on nostalgia. Instead, she pursued new roles that challenged audience expectations. Her biggest breakthrough after the sitcom came with Netflix's critically acclaimed drama Orange is the New Black, where she portrayed Alex Voss. The character was dramatically different from Donna, allowing Prepon to showcase emotional depth and dramatic intensity that many viewers had never seen before. The performance introduced her to an entirely new generation of fans, while proving she could excel far beyond sitcom comedy. Outside of acting, Laura developed interests in directing, producing, writing, and wellness. She published books focused on healthy living and nutrition, sharing routines that helped her balance the demands of career and motherhood. These projects revealed another side of her personality, a woman interested not only in entertainment, but also in helping others improve their daily lives. Her personal life also evolved significantly. She married actor Ben Foster, and together they welcomed children while balancing busy careers. Like many families, they experienced challenges that required privacy and resilience. Yet Prepon consistently emphasized the importance of protecting her family from excessive media attention. Instead of allowing celebrity culture to define her identity, she concentrated on raising her children while continuing selective acting projects that genuinely interested her. As the entertainment industry transformed with streaming services becoming dominant, Laura adapted successfully. Rather than appearing everywhere, she carefully selected meaningful opportunities, maintaining the respect of both audiences and critics. Her journey demonstrated that long-term success isn't measured by constant headlines, but by consistent growth and professional integrity. By 2026, Laura Prepon remains admired not only for Donna Pinciotti, but also for building a career that successfully evolved beyond one iconic role. Fans who watched her as a rebellious teenager now see an accomplished actress, director, author, and devoted mother whose influence extends far beyond television. Looking back, it's remarkable how naturally she transitioned from sitcom star to respected entertainment professional while staying true to herself. As audiences revisit that '70s show today, the relationship between Eric and Donna continues to represent one of television's most realistic portrayals of young love. Their arguments, misunderstandings, dreams, reconciliations, and unwavering affection reflected experiences that countless viewers recognized in their own lives. While the characters remain forever young on screen, Topher Grace and Laura Prepon matured into accomplished professionals whose journeys remind us that life after a hit television series can be every bit as compelling as the stories audiences originally fell in love with. And as we continue exploring the rest of the unforgettable cast, even more surprising transformations, remarkable successes, and unexpected life stories are still waiting to be discovered. Jackie Burkhart may have started as the spoiled, fashion-obsessed girl everyone loved to tease, but over the course of that '70s show, she evolved into one of the series' most layered and entertaining characters. Played by Mila Kunis, Jackie brought confidence, sharp wit, and unforgettable comedic timing to nearly every episode. Although she often appeared self-centered, audiences gradually discovered a more vulnerable side beneath her glamorous exterior. Her complicated relationships with Kelso, Hyde, and eventually Fez kept fans emotionally invested throughout the show's 8-season run. Looking back today, it's almost impossible to imagine anyone else bringing Jackie to life with the same energy and charisma. Mila Kunis' journey to landing the role has become one of Hollywood's most famous stories. Although the production required actors to be at least 18 years old, Kunis was actually only 14 when she auditioned. She reportedly told the producers she would be turning 18, without specifying exactly when. Her natural talent impressed the casting team so much that she ultimately won the role despite her age. That decision changed the course of her life forever. Growing up on one of television's biggest sitcoms wasn't always easy. Like many young actors, Kunis had to balance school, long filming hours, and the pressures of becoming recognizable almost overnight. While millions watched Jackie mature on screen, Mila herself was experiencing adolescence in front of cameras. The close friendships she developed with many cast members created a comfortable working environment, helping the young actress navigate an industry that can often be overwhelming for teenagers. Following the conclusion of that 70s show, Mila successfully transitioned into major Hollywood films. Romantic comedies, action movies, family entertainment, and psychological dramas all demonstrated her remarkable range as an actress. Her critically acclaimed performance in Black Swan earned widespread praise and introduced audiences to a far more dramatic side of her abilities. At the same time, her long-running voice role as Meg Griffin on Family Guy became one of the longest-lasting voice performances on television, further expanding her already impressive resume. Away from acting, Mila's personal life attracted enormous public attention. After years apart, she reunited with former co-star Ashton Kutcher, and what began as a friendship eventually developed into one of Hollywood's most talked-about marriages. Fans who had watched Jackie and Kelso's fictional romance were fascinated to see the actors build a real family together. Their wedding, the birth of their children, and their shared charitable efforts often placed them in the spotlight, though both have consistently emphasized maintaining a relatively private family life. Like many public figures, Kunis has also experienced moments of controversy and criticism. Public attention intensified during recent years surrounding events connected to former co-star Danny Masterson. The widespread discussions reminded many celebrities how quickly public opinion can shift in the digital age. Despite facing criticism, Kunis continued focusing on her family, professional responsibilities, and charitable work while gradually returning her attention to acting and producing. By 2026, Mila Kunis remains one of the most recognizable actresses to emerge from that 70s show. Decades after first appearing as Jackie Burkhart, she continues to enjoy a successful career built on talent, consistency, and adaptability. Financially secure and professionally respected, she has proven that childhood television success can become the foundation for an enduring Hollywood career rather than its peak. For longtime fans, it's remarkable to see how the outspoken teenager from Point Place grew into one of the entertainment industry's most accomplished performers. Of course, no discussion of Jackie would be complete without talking about Michael Kelso, the lovable but hilariously clueless character portrayed by Ashton Kutcher. From the very first episode, Kelso's good looks, endless confidence, and complete lack of common sense made him one of television's funniest comedic creations. Whether accidentally causing disasters, misunderstanding simple situations, or somehow surviving impossible circumstances, Kelso delivered laughs in nearly every episode. Yet beneath his carefree personality was a loyal friend whose heart often proved much bigger than his brain. Before joining the sitcom, Ashton Kutcher had worked as a model after being discovered in a talent competition. His natural charisma quickly caught Hollywood's attention, and that 70s show became his first major acting role. Few could have predicted just how enormous his career would eventually become. Kutcher's comedic instincts made Kelso unforgettable, turning him into one of the show's breakout stars almost immediately. As the series gained popularity, Ashton expanded beyond television into feature films. Romantic comedies, family movies, and action projects followed, allowing him to become one of Hollywood's leading men during the 2000s. Movies like Dude, Where's My Car?, The Butterfly Effect, Guess Who?, No Strings Attached, and Jobs showcased his willingness to experiment with different genres instead of remaining limited to comedy alone. Perhaps even more surprising than his acting career was his remarkable success in technology investing. Long before many celebrities became interested in Silicon Valley, Kutcher recognized the potential of emerging technology companies. Through strategic investments and venture capital partnerships, he became involved with several businesses that would later grow into internationally recognized brands. This business success established him as much more than an actor, earning respect within entrepreneurial circles as well. Kutcher's personal life remained a constant source of media attention for years. His highly publicized marriage to Demi Moore placed him among Hollywood's most discussed couples, though the relationship eventually ended. Years later, his relationship with Mila Kunis delighted fans who remembered their on-screen romance from that 70s show. Together, they built a family while balancing careers, business ventures, and philanthropic activities. Health also became an important chapter of Kutcher's life. He publicly revealed that he had battled a rare autoimmune condition that temporarily affected his hearing, vision, and balance. His willingness to discuss those challenges openly inspired many people dealing with similar medical conditions, reminding audiences that even successful celebrities face unexpected hardships. By 2026, Ashton Kutcher has successfully balanced acting, producing, entrepreneurship, philanthropy, and family life. Rather than relying solely on his television fame, he continuously reinvented himself across multiple industries. His evolution from the goofy Michael Kelso into a respected businessman and experienced performer represents one of the most remarkable success stories among the entire cast. Watching Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher today feels especially nostalgic for longtime fans. Two teenagers who met on a sitcom set in the late 1990s eventually built a real-life family together decades later, a story few viewers